It was late April of my sophomore year of high school. I was in my high school gymnasium taking the end of course English 2 exam. I was brainstorming and preparing for my persuasive essay when all of a sudden my proctor called out 1 hour left. I panicked. With fear of not finishing, I began writing faster and faster, hoping that I'd finish in time with handwriting legible enough that the readers could read and grade my essay. Does anyone else have an experience similar to mine? My name's Amanda Thornton, and in this presentation, I plan to talk about the cost of the STAR test, how it has affected teachers' methods of teaching, and its long-lasting complications for students, and how the STAR and its similar predecessors have changed Texas education. I feel as a student who has graduated from a public high school in the state of Texas that the STAR test is not necessary and does not make a significant difference to prepare students for college and most importantly for life. The STAR stands for the State of Texas Assessments of Academic Readiness. The STAR test is taken by every student in the state of Texas from 3rd grade and above. These tests begin in the 3rd grade and they focus on the concepts of math, reading, and writing. Once children get into 5th grade, social studies and science are also introduced. And when a student reaches high school, they begin taking end-of-course exams which focus on 5 subjects: Algebra 1, Biology, Algebra 2, U.S. History, and English 1 and English 2. First and foremost, the STAR tests are very expensive to write, administer, and grade. The Texas Education Agency currently has a 5-year contract with Pearson Education that is worth $90 million, which is $18 million every year over the course of 5 years. The money that is being used for the STAR test could be allocated in ways such as higher teacher salaries, maintenance of schools and facilities, classroom projects, and many other countless needs that public schools in Texas have. Second, the STAR test requires teachers accurately prepare each of their students according to a specific set of concepts, which is known as the Texas Essential Knowledge and Skills, or TEKS for short. The STAR was designed to keep districts and schools accountable when the No Child Left Behind Act was passed in 2002. According to the Texas Education Agency, the rate of students who meet advanced or satisfactory and those who fail the STAR test reflects on the teacher's ability to teach. Not only does it reflect on the teachers, but on the school and the entire school district. Even though teachers are required to teach to a certain concept, limiting what they can do in their own classroom, the TEKS ensure that each student in Texas is on the same page at the end of each school year. This is a benefit for a student who moves to a different school or district at the end of the school year, and it guarantees that no child is left at an academic disadvantage. I think Jackson Austin said this quote perfectly. "Teaching to the test is not how learning was intended to be. Learning was intended to inspire, cultivate, and grow students, and sadly, it's impossible to do all of those things when we make learning a one-size-fits-all mold." Lastly, the STAR, in my opinion, does not effectively prepare students for college, yet we are required to pass them to pass a grade and graduate from high school. With the exception of the high school graduation requirement to pass the test, the STAR has no bearing on college admission or lifelong skills. Yes, the STAR does help you practice test-taking skills under a certain time limit, but the content covered does not further your education, especially if you have a different learning style. If someone is an auditory learner, a multiple-choice time test is not going to effectively measure what they know or what they are capable of. Another factor that must be considered is the 4-hour time limit, which can place a ton of pressure on a young elementary student to not only perform to a certain standard, but with a strict time period on them as well. In conclusion, the STAR test is not worth the money, the manpower, or the time the state of Texas puts in to implementing and improving these standardized tests. I am a firm believer in the power of education, and the test has taken the state of Texas educational system completely off course. It has led administrators and teachers to change instruction in ways that are not putting our school children and their futures first.